everyone, and welcome to the Wizard Weekly News. I'm Grace Johnson. Thanks as always for joining us today.
And I'm Alex Hansen. Today's show is full of good news as we celebrate the people and accomplishments of Windsor High that have taken place over the past few weeks. But we start today on a more serious note.
That's right, Alex. Today we start with a reminder to everyone that class registration for the 2021-22 school year has begun, and students can now start registering for classes next year. With that in mind, it's important to state that if you are a current sophomore or freshman at Windsor High, you now have new graduation requirements that are different from the past.
We wanted to know more about the new graduation requirements for the class of 2023 and beyond, so we talked with Mr. Kofer, who says that the new requirements are based not so much on what you know, but how well you know the content being taught in the classroom.
So there are three components to the new graduation requirements. The first, which really hasn't changed much, but we require 26 credits to graduate from Windsor High School. That's the what you know. The second set of requirements applies to how well you know it. And that is going to be some of the either standardized testing or concurrent enrollment requirements. So we've got the what you know, the how well you know it, and the third part is the what's next. And that comes out of the ICAP, which is your individual career and academic plan. And that is what we work with on Naviance. The requirements are changing for a couple of reasons. One, the state of Colorado has set forth some mandates, and rightfully so. Our taxpayers are paying a lot of money for us to have school, and they want to make sure that everybody that graduates is set up for success. And that's both the academic success as well as the future planning. So this is going to affect all students in the building that are in grades 9, 10, and 11. Our current seniors were going to be expected to do this, but with the pandemic, that kind of went away.
For more information on the new graduation requirements, go to the Windsor High School website and click on 3 for a degree icon for more information. As we mentioned earlier, it's time for students to begin registering for next year's classes as well. It will be important for our sophomores and juniors to keep in mind those new graduation requirements when registering for classes next year. We talked with Ms. Rizzuto about what students need to do to register for next year.
There's a video that you'll watch that will tell you how to register, and you'll get your worksheet, your course selection sheet, that will also help you know exactly what courses are required for your grade level and what you need to do to register. Two things students should consider when choosing classes. Consider your own interests. Consider what you want to do and the path that you're on. The second thing is look at your transcript and look and see what is required and what you still need to earn in order to graduate. The registration deadline is the Friday before spring break.
Now that we are done with the serious stuff, let's celebrate. Recently, 4 WHS students were named to the Colorado All-State Band. All-State Band members for this year include Moises Barrios, Tyler Cox, Jen Caphammer, and Bryce Medlin.
We caught up with these 4 all-stars and asked them how it feels to be an all-state band and if the process was made tougher this year due to the pandemic.
I'm Tyler. I play trumpet.
I'm Mo. I play baritone saxophone.
I'm Jen. I play percussion.
I'm Bryce. I play trombone.
So basically each instrument is assigned a different set of pieces and fundamental skills that you have to perform. So you record yourself in one take with playing all of the pieces and the skills, and then you send in the video to the all-state proctors, and it's challenging because you're not only going against everybody in the state, like the best players in the state, you're going against all of their best takes.
Well, in a normal year, we get to perform in concert halls or at the UCCC in Greeley. And this year, we're sending in video editions and video recordings, and then they're getting spliced together for a virtual concert.
I think it's like getting better at anything, whether that's football or video games or swimming. We're all really good friends, and so we're able to talk about things and push each other and answer each other's questions. So we have a good community going on, and we're able to push each other at every step of the way. And then, a lot of practice.
Grace, we sure are lucky here at WHS to have such awesome teachers surrounding us, don't you think?
We definitely are, Alex. We at the Wizard Weekly News wanted to showcase some of the amazing teachers we have here, and we start that this week. Mr. Bator has been the teacher at Windsor High School for the past 8 years and has made an incredible impact on so many students. We wanted to learn more about Mr. Bator, and well, let's just say we found out more than we maybe wanted to know. Hayden Scott has more.
Windsor High School has lots of memorable faces and characters around the school, but few are as memorable as Mr. Bator. A history teacher with a wicked sense of humor, Mr. Bator always makes his classes interesting and engaging. The work done in his classes is never boring and always something new, whether it's making children's books on imperialism, drawing Funko Pops of famous explorers, or acting out the Treaty of Versailles. He always has something up his sleeve. However, it wasn't always this way. Mr. Bator started out with a degree in economics, but after realizing that it wasn't for him, he chose to become a teacher instead.
I went to the University of Northern Colorado for my undergrad, and I went to Boise State for my master's. I graduated from college with a degree in economics, and then I realized none of the jobs I could get with an econ degree were things I'd be especially good at or would be a good fit for me. So I tried substitute teaching, because you can do that with a bachelor's degree, and I was like, this is pretty fun. I think I like this. So I went back to get certified, and I've been teaching ever since. The quickest certification you can get with an economics degree is social studies. So I'd love to tell you there's a more noble reason than that, but it was just the fastest way to get certified.
No matter how he got here, his presence definitely makes the school a better place through his humor and his unique teaching style. Now that we knew how he got into teaching, we asked him questions to find out why he stayed.
So not always, but sometimes you get to feel at the end of the day like you made the world a slightly better place. That doesn't always happen. A lot of times you just feel like a failure, but sometimes you do get to feel like you did something good at the end of the day.
And where do you see yourself in the future?
How far in the future? 20 years. Let's see. When I'm 61, I think I'll be getting ready to retire. So if the planet still exists at that point, I'll be really settling in to take World of Warcraft very, very seriously, because I'll have a pension and a ton of free time. Favorite part about teaching? A lot of the people that I work with that are in other lines of work that a lot of times make more money than I do just get bored because it's the same thing every single day. And sometimes it's real good and sometimes it's real bad, but I am never bored at this job. And so it's nice to be able to do something that stays fresh and interesting.
What do you do in your free time?
What?
Your free time. What do you do in your free time?
Oh, I don't live here, if that's what you're insinuating. I don't know why you'd even accuse me of that.
I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just...
Okay, I live in a house, off campus, and every day I leave the building and go home and do my hobbies.
Something about Mr. Bator's response about what he does in his free time seemed suspicious. So we snuck into Windsor High School at night to investigate.
What is that light from the bathroom? Mr. Bator, it's 7 p.m.
What are you doing? Haven't you heard of knocking? Get out!
Is that
Get out!
Halloween?
I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Well then, I'm Hayden Scott, and thank you for watching.
And we would totally be remiss if we didn't mention our awesome sports programs going on right now. Let's start with a new school record in the pool. Nicole Reynolds, one of our outstanding swimmers this season, recently set a school record in the 100 freestyle swim with a time of 52.81 seconds. The swim team is currently ranked 8th in the state as they finish up the regular season this week and head to regionals this weekend. Congratulations to Nicole and the whole Windsor swim team on an excellent season.
And then there's our basketball teams, who finished up an impressive regular season with big wins on Tuesday over Longmont. The boys wrapped up a conference title with a great game on Tuesday night, and the girls finished with only one loss this season as they took care of the Trojans on Tuesday as well. The boys will finish the regular season as the #1 team in the state, and the girls will finish in the top 5. Playoff matchups will be announced this week, and the Windsor Wizards Broadcasting Network will be on hand for the first round of games next week. Check out crk.films on Instagram for the latest WHS basketball highlights.
And let's not forget about the wrestlers who wrapped up their regular season with a number 4 ranking as they prepare to head to regionals this weekend. With the state tournament scheduled for March 13th, what a winter season it has been.
Stay with us here on the Wizard Weekly News for further updates on our teams as they make a run at state titles. That's going to do it for this week on Wizard Weekly News. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.